Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Trainer Talk. Today is episode 19. We're going to talk about intimidation. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating when you're joining a gym or going to your first class or doing your first training session, whatever it may be. So we just want to give you some tips and advice on how to overcome that intimidation. Just let you know that it's usually never as bad as you think it's going to be. So we'll start out how we normally do and just kind of go down the line and talk to you guys a little bit about joining your first class or workout or whatever it may be, joining your first gym, anything that might make you a little bit nervous and just how to overcome that.
So I'll just kind of talk about my experiences. When I first came here, it was a little bit intimidating because I didn't really know anyone around here. I just heard about it from some guy that I knew, and they're like, oh yeah, it's a great gym, they do CrossFit and stuff. And I'm like, oh okay, I'll go check it out. So I literally just went to check it out, but I saw all the equipment that they have here and everything, and I was like, oh, it looks great, so I'll just sign up right away. And then after coming, you kind of get to know, you kind of see some familiar faces, and you kind of get used to all the people here, and you have a couple conversations with people, and then it becomes way more comfortable after you come, maybe a month or sometimes even shorter than that. Just kind of getting used to it, getting used to the atmosphere. And then on the first class that I did a fit camp once. I also did a spin once too. So for my first fit camp, and only fit camp I think, it was a little intimidating because I didn't really do that kind of training. So I really didn't know how I was going to do at it. It hurt. It definitely hurt a little bit. I think it was wall balls and lunges and stuff like that. So my legs were pretty on fire. But I felt good afterwards just because I was like, wow, I didn't think I could push through that because it was harder than any of the training that I had been doing previously. I stuck to more, powerlifting type stuff, and I didn't like going over 8 reps of anything because I just didn't like doing anything over 8 reps. So it really kind of got me out of my comfort zone, but you learn that once you get out of your comfort zone, it's actually really rewarding when you do that. And then just once you try it, then the nerves are gone, the butterfly is gone. Once you get that first experience, then you have that to kind of reflect back on, and you're like, okay, it's done, it's out of the way, it's really not that bad. So you just kind of have to rip the Band-Aid off and try it. And you know what? If you try it once and you don't like it, then you absolutely hate it, then it's fine. But at least you can say that you tried it and you didn't just say, oh, I'll never do that because I won't like it. But you never know if you don't do it.
Yep.
So it's just good to kind of get it done, try it out, and just see for yourself.
Yeah, so speaking on gym intimidation, or as I see it called, gym intimidation, I've seen commercials and different things about it, and it is a real thing, definitely. I feel like anytime you start somewhere new or maybe a new class, you're nervous, and that's normal. That's a really normal thing. So don't feel like you're going to be the only one that's ever been anxious or nervous to go in and get a workout in a new place or try a new class. That's very, very normal. So you're just with everybody else as they started. They probably were nervous, but look at they're here. They're coming more now. They get more comfortable. So we had an episode on talking about being comfortable, or getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Yeah. Sorry. And you have to find the ways to be comfortable. So whether that be coming into the gym for the first time, doing exercises that you know you're good at, maybe watching videos on some that you have questions about, that's a good way to kind of get rid of some nerves. You're like, oh, if I watch enough times somebody do it the right way, I can do it the right way. I would say another great way to feel less intimidated coming to the gym is getting a trainer or getting a workout partner or something like that. Just to have somebody with you is, I think, very calming. And then especially a trainer, because they're going to tell you exactly what you should be doing, what you're doing wrong. They're going to try to make it a more comfortable experience for you in general. So I would say that's my advice. I would also say going in with a set workout, either maybe something on Instagram you found, a workout that you saw, like having it written out on paper. That's always a good idea, because then you don't look like you're running around with a chicken with your head cut off, because you don't really know where you're doing next or where you're going with the workout. So have set plans and set goals, and get into the gym, and like Bethany said, once you do it, you can say you did it, and you'll be a lot more comfortable the next time coming in. So that's my advice.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot. But anyways, gym intimidation it's very real, but we want to like normalize it, that it's okay, and it's an okay feeling to have. What I was gonna say is even if you just come in here and you just want to tour the place, all of us here, we love to give tours of the gym to new people. You don't have to come in and get a workout in the first time you come in. You can come in and be like, hey, I just am thinking about getting a membership. You can just come in, we can give you a tour. You can come in and observe a class, like if you don't want to do it right away. Whatever makes you feel the most comfortable just starting out. And then again, like Austin said, if you have someone you can bring with you, that always helps kind of ease your nerves too. But just remembering that we all start from ground zero. We all start from our starting point. We didn't always look like this. We didn't always have like this confidence walking into a gym. But that's what you see. You see our confidence because we've been doing this for so long, but we didn't start this way. We started by getting uncomfortable and walking into a gym for the very first time. It's scary, but it gets better, and you just have to do it. Eventually, you'll get to know people. We're all super friendly. Everyone that goes to classes is friendly. So just getting yourself out there and meeting new people is a great way to start. Even just like, if you've been going to the gym for a while, but say you don't go here and you want to go here for the first time, that can be intimidating too. I've moved around from Fort Huron to Saginaw, back home. So I went to a lot of different gyms, and every single time I've gone to a new gym, I have been intimidated and nervous. Even my first time coming here, back like a few months ago even, I remember I was just a little bit intimidated because I don't know people here. I knew of them. I kind of knew Austin from the other gym in Marlette. I knew of Taylor. I didn't know Bethany. So I knew like nobody, and I was very intimidated the first time I came here. But once I got here and I got talking to them, like, oh, they're cool. Like, they're super nice, super friendly. And now it's just, this place feels like home. And that's what we want it to feel like for you guys. We want it to be your home away from home. I did my first fit camp a couple weeks ago. Again, I don't know if I was intimidated, but I was a little bit nervous because it was a little bit different than my style of workouts. But I had a blast. I got to meet new people and talk to new people and work out with people when I normally work out by myself. And I just had so much fun. So if you've never been to a class before, you do get to try your first one for free, which I think is really awesome. So you just get to come and try it out and talk to people. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You just have to get uncomfortable for a little while, and then it does get better after that.
Awesome. Yeah, those are awesome tips, you guys. Yeah, and I'll just say, like, I've experienced, hundreds and hundreds of people come through the gym, and they are very nervous or intimidated at first. But what I quickly try to tell them is, everybody that you see in the class started at that point. Like Caitlin said, they all started somewhere. But instead of looking at the people and saying, oh, they're fit, I'm not, I don't belong here, realize that they were just like you at one point. They started at zero. And so instead of looking at them and thinking, being jealous or whatever it is, or be like, oh, I'm not as fit as them, think about it. If I do this, I can be like them. Like, I can become better and become fit, and I'll be just like them. So almost look up to them as like a role model. These people, they were all new to these exercises and stuff, and after months or years of doing it, they adapted and they became more fit and healthier. So you can almost look up to that and get excited about, oh, if I do this, here's the results that I can achieve. So it's kind of just changing your mindset. But when you do walk into the gym and it's nerve-wracking, think about it, it's just like anything else. Like when you start a new job, it's going to be nerve-wracking. You're going to be a little intimidated. You don't know anybody. If you are in school even and you're giving a speech in front of the class, like we get that butterflies in our stomach, we're really nervous, but after you start talking, after that first 30 seconds and the ice breaks, you calm down and then everything goes smoothly. It's the same thing. The hardest part about starting at the gym is just walking into the door. Once you get in the door and talk to somebody and they show you around, or if you join a class and the instructor shows you what they're going to be doing, and then you get started, those nerves will calm down, and then you'll end up realizing that it's so much easier than you thought. So the hardest part is just all in your head. It's your mind is convincing you that this is going to be hard, you're nervous, all that stuff. Once you get past that, you're going to learn to be more comfortable, and you're going to realize that it's a lot easier than you thought. So I just highly recommend, like they said, if you are on the fence about joining because you don't think you're capable, or you don't think you're ready, or you're too nervous, it's too intimidating, people will be watching you, whatever it may be, just stop in, check the place out, get to know us. I promise you, I've been doing this for years. I've coached hundreds of people. Nobody ever watches or judges anybody. I've never had a problem with it here. Another thing I'll say is, like, a lot of times you're going to build relationships with those people too. I've seen so many friendships develop from classes and from training and stuff that it's insane. There's literally a group of girls that are all best friends. Like, those are the closest friends they have, and they all pretty much met and started hanging out from the gym. So we like to think of ourselves as more of like a fit family. That's how our culture is here at TH Fitness. I was just telling these guys before we started this video, the most important thing you can do is try to build a relationship with your clients and with your participants, with the members. It doesn't matter, you don't have to have the world's best workout or the hardest workout ever. You see on TV all these trainers that push their clients to like death, and they think that that's the best way to train. We try to have more fun. Yes, you're going to get a hard workout. It's going to be challenging. You're definitely going to sweat. It's going to hurt a little bit, but we're more or less about the community. And when you know that you're suffering through pain with somebody else, it's way more comforting. So like Austin said, come with a partner. Maybe a friend or a family member. Come in and do it with them. That way, at least you have a little bit of support. And then try to meet somebody, or have the trainer show you around and show you what to do. Hire a trainer to show you how to properly perform all the movements. That way you're more comfortable. If you do end up joining a class or go to the gym on your own, you at least know what you're doing. You have a plan set or a program. So those are the tips that I have. Just make sure you understand that people don't watch you, people don't judge you. They want to help you, believe it or not. They want to see you succeed. And it's never as bad as you think it's going to be. Yes, the workouts are hard. They do suck sometimes, but those are the workouts that you feel the best afterward. Like Bethany said, when she did her first fit camp, it was out of her comfort zone. It was something that she didn't do. It was way harder, a little bit more intense than what she was used to, but it felt good, and you felt good afterward especially. And that's because you have this sense of accomplishment of, okay, I did this, I survived, I did it with this other group of people, and then it causes this bond to be created, like you're suffering through the same thing with somebody else, and it makes you want more of it because it releases those same hormones, the feel-good hormones that we get from other things in life that we enjoy. So you get the same enjoyment after you complete a hard workout as you do from, say, like going out and having a drink or something like that, or playing your favorite sport, or hanging out with friends. Like, you get that same release of dopamine and serotonin as you would in any other good scenario in your life. So it's a great stress reliever. Obviously, it's going to help you improve your health and get in better shape. And that's kind of what we want to help people do, is live a happier, healthier lifestyle. Offer things for people to come and do, no matter what they like, whether that's working out in the gym on their own, or doing training with a one-on-one with a personal trainer, or joining a large group. That's why we have so many different options for people. Online coaching, if it's not your thing, or if you live too far from the gym, we can still help you with that as well. So no matter what you want to do, just don't be intimidated by it. Take the step, take the leap, just like any other scenario in your life where you were a little bit nervous. Maybe it was like playing your first varsity game or something like that, or are playing your first sport, like the first game of the season, I'm sure everybody's a little nervous. They got to shake out the cobwebs and kind of get into a rhythm and get comfortable with it again. It's no different than any other situation. So just understand that. And you hear a lot of people say when they look at like bodybuilders or women's physique or men's physique or whatever, that can be intimidating. But just understand that like they've devoted their life to health and fitness. They've done it for years and years. So they're not out to try to be intimidating anybody. If anything, they probably want to inspire people to live healthier and achieve their goals. So in my experience, I've like Caitlin, lived in Saginaw. I've been to numerous amounts of gyms, and every time I did walk into a gym, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first. And the one gym in particular in Saginaw, there was a ton of bodybuilders. It seemed like it was a bodybuilding gym, and I was this little guy. Like I started college, 6'1", 167 pounds. I was a twig, and so I had been lifting, but I was not as fit as I am now. And I walked in, and I was very nervous and a little bit intimidated by these guys that were legit bodybuilders. But all of them were super welcoming, and they give me tips and advice if they saw me doing something that I wasn't doing right. They were open and talkative with me, and that just reassured me that, okay, people aren't out to get you or make fun of you or hurt your feelings or anything like that. They're not out to judge you. People are, for the most part, just here to help and be friendly, And I think in this particular area where we are, is in the smaller communities, you're going to find that a lot more people like building relationships for the social aspect of it as well. You might notice in the bigger cities that people don't communicate as much. There's a ton of traffic and stuff, but here we can say, like, Caitlin said, it became like home because, people are friendly and it's almost like a family here. So don't be intimidated. That's basically all the tips and advice I have. Is there anything else you guys want to add to that or talk about?
For me.
Okay.
The last thing I would say is like when you do come into the gym, like the only person you're competing against is yourself. Like you are just working every single day at becoming better than you were yesterday. You don't need to focus on anybody else. That you can use them as inspiration, but you are not competing against them. You are just competing against yourself every single day.
Yes, I'm glad you said that because, I have had a lot of people come in and for their first class, I'll just tell them, hey, just do what you can. Nobody else is watching, nobody cares. If you've got to grab a lighter dumbbell or if you have to rest a little bit more, that's okay. And people will automatically see everybody else and they'll want to try to compete with them. And I usually try to tell them, although that's great, we like a little bit of friendly competition, don't worry if you're not as good as somebody else. They've been doing it for months or years. Just understand that you can get to that point. So, like she said, you just focus on you. If you're getting better every single day, every week, every month, you will get to where you want to be, and you will get to where that other person is that you want to be able to compete with, or whatever it may be. So, that's our recommendation. With that being said, if you do want to learn more about training or classes or just visit the gym, stop up here. We're literally here from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. We've got over 30 classes a week. Gym is 24/7 access. All of us are certified trainers, so we do one-on-one training, small group training, and online training. So whatever your goals are, whatever you have time to do, we can help you achieve that goal. So don't be afraid to reach out. Also, subscribe to the channel. So if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you can see all of our other trainer talks. This is episode 19. So like I said, we have 18 previous episodes, all kinds of different topics, just to help you guys learn more about health and fitness, overcome any obstacles, just so you can have better success with achieving the goals and living a healthier, happier lifestyle. That's our goal for everybody. And we want to see more people coming in here and investing in their health. And we're here to help you guys do that. So with that being said, have a wonderful day, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Later.